What if you could create more kindness in the world just by being you? Everyone has the potential to create and receive more kindness. What if kindness is more than being nice and compassionate to others? Have you ever considered what having more kindness for you could create in your life? Get ready to learn how the energy of kindness is integral to reducing stress in your life and how it can assist in healing your body. Now, here is the host of Cultivating Kindness with Karen, facilitator of healing, Karen Leslie.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here with me today. We have an episode on Cultivating Kindness with Karen that is full of ideas for kindness for you today. It really is a main theme for today. How to look at things from a new perspective, perhaps for some of you, and how to keep you in the spotlight, so to speak, front and center for yourself. And in doing that, being that energy of kindness towards you and your body, as we talk about fitting in versus the right place. Kind of an odd statement or title, I think, for a lot of people. But when the words came to me a little while ago, it was like, oh my gosh, there's such a difference between these four words: fitting in, those two, and right place. Now, I'd be really interested for those of you who are with us live. I mean, if you want to come over to the Inspired Choices Network.com/chat room and join in, I would love to know, is there a difference to you? Is fitting in and right place, are they the same thing? Or are they different when you look at them or you kind of tap into the energies of them? And for those of you on the replay, you can send me an email. I would be really interested to know. I love feedback. It really helps me in creating other shows and getting a sense of what it is you're looking for. And, and just like, how can I show up and offer you more every week? So let me know. I think, as I said, there's a huge difference between the two. And I'm sure that all of us, I know for me, it's absolute true, that we have had a desire to fit in or wished we fit in somewhere, or maybe have that sense of, oh, I don't think I fit in here. And it brings me to kind of wonder, maybe from your perspective, what is it that had you looking to fit in somewhere? I know for me, what it was, for me, a big part of it was anxiety and insecurity, low self-esteem, low self-value. All of those things were leading me to seeking somewhere that I felt like I fit in, because I didn't feel like I fit in wherever I went. I didn't feel I fit in my family, even with my friends. And I had wonderful friends. I had great friends through school and in my adult years. And when my children were young, I had really great friends, but I still always felt like I was on the outside, looking in, watching, observing, and wishing that I fit in. Every now and then, like when you're really seeking something, that part of the mind that's looking for validation for you, it kicks in. And every now and then I would hear something someone would say that would confirm that I didn't fit in, that I was different somehow. And so I just kept collecting these statements, collecting these questions somebody might ask me. And it just reinforced that I really didn't have anywhere that I fit in. And because of the anxiety and the eating disorder I had and depression and all these things, part of my desire to fit in was also to be invisible. So you see where I created a problem for myself? I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be part of the group. I wanted people to, on one hand, see me as being someone who fit in or was accepted. And then there's this other part of Karen that was like, oh, no, no, no. Well, that sounds like that would be a problem. I'll just be invisible. So by being invisible and not drawing attention to myself, you can be part of the group. Then I'm not going to have anybody saying something to me or asking me a question that's going to make me feel uncomfortable because they won't really see I'm there. Now, the downside was most people didn't even remember I was there. Long story short, it didn't work. It truly did not work. But I had created this conflict all on my own, just from this desire to find somewhere to fit in because of my insecurities. And then my insecurities created this other side to it, right? There's always two sides to every coin. So if you're looking to fit in somewhere, understand what it is that's bringing that desire or thought process to you. And then look on the other side and see what is over there that may be making it more difficult for you to find somewhere to fit in, or may show you aspects of yourself that if you worked with them and did some healing work or changed some beliefs, you could reduce that need to fit in, perhaps even let it go. And that would be amazing. Now, can I honestly say to you that I don't desire to fit in anymore? My body says, nope. No, I still have part of that. Part of it has come from, moving to a new city a number of months ago and wanting to establish community here and finding that community for me. And there's an element of fitting in or being accepted. It's not the same as it used to be, but it is still there. And I've come to realize that I can now work with it. I can change it. I can alter how I see things, which is part of my healing. I hope you can do the same thing. And maybe by the end of the show today, you'll be able to. You'll have new ideas as to what you can do for yourself. And I do hope that you are not like me and that you desire to be invisible. But I do know that there are so many different situations in people's lives, and trauma and difficulties, where that is how you can feel safe. And I understand that. I understand it as much as I can, not having experienced what you've experienced. I only have my own, but I do understand how that comes up for us. It's like Harry Potter and that cloak of invisibility, when he would put it on to do things and when he would choose to not have it on. Understanding why we choose to put it on will give you tremendous insight into your thought process and into areas that really could have some focused healing for you. There's so many other ways that we can look to fit in. I keep hearing the word leadership. And how do they want me to explain that to you? So often people are natural leaders. They may not recognize it, but they are just naturally great, at taking that role of leadership and working with people. Walking their talk might be an example of it, or organizing people for events or work teams or whatever it might be. But you may not want to be identified by others or by yourself as being a leader, because that may draw too much attention to you. It may set you up for potential criticisms that you don't feel comfortable handling. But by connecting into you and choosing to be the leader for yourself, don't worry about others. Be the leader for you. Then if you wish to take it to a next level or stage, it will be easier to do. I think one of the reasons that we shy away from being a leader is we can be conflict avoidant, or it brings back memories of times when we tried it out and it didn't go very well. So we shy away from it again. So start with looking at being a leader for yourself. Don't worry about the rest of the world right now. And as you grow in knowing who you are and what is important to you, your leadership skills will naturally unfold themselves for you right in front of your eyes. And it's quite amazing. It is such a gift and a kindness to be your own leader, and to do so from that energy of kindness, that energy of just looking for the best for yourself in the best way that you can manage it in this moment. Leave the judgments out, and you will, I am hearing you may be very, very surprised with what's going on. If you can be in this space of your personal leader, when you have situations pop up in your life, you're going to be able to handle them differently. We all have change, right? Like I moved, as I mentioned, people get new jobs, they attend a new school, they meet somebody new, they may start a new relationship, they may lose a relationship. You may be part of, I'm hearing a fashion group where you wish to have input and experience and play with it. But in order to be in all of these new areas and to know if it's the right place for you or if it's just you trying to fit in, being the leader of you will give you tremendous help in it. It's very, very powerful. That's the word. It's very powerful. Remember that everything is meaningless until you give it meaning. So what is your definition, as I asked at the beginning of the show, like what is your definition of fitting in? And what does it mean to you to be the right place? Because both of those are based on judgments, personal judgments that you have of either yourself or other people or both. And where have those judgments come from? And the big question is, why the heck are we still carrying them around? What is the value? What is the secondary gain for you to still be carrying these around? When you can identify that and you step into that role of personal leader, holy moly, like so much is going to open up for you. So many opportunities are going to present themselves. And we are at a time right now too, energetically. We have a new moon coming up in a few days. We are currently July 31st, 2024. And on August 4th, we have a new moon. And there's a bunch of powerful planetary transits and things going on very close to that date as well, including a bunch of retrogrades. And the reason I'm bringing this up, though, is because this is a moment where you can harness these energies, work with these energies to heal so much so that you can step into being that leader for you and understanding what is it from the past, because the retrograde is going to help you sort of look at things. Stuff's going to come up. What is it that has kept you looking for somewhere to fit in? What is it that is having you seek that right place for you? Why is that important? Why do we feel that we can't be in the right place right now at all times? To be always seeking for something we don't have right now will leave us very unfulfilled. Wishing to fit in, wishing to have that right place for yourself, that is seeking something that you believe you don't currently have. that will open up all kinds of judgments, possibly heartaches, experiences that are going to confirm your way of thinking from the past that keeps you on this treadmill of wishing to fit in somewhere. We're going to go to our first break. Thank you for being here with me on the Inspired Choices Network. It truly is a joy to hang out with you every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I've said it before, and it's so true. Wednesdays are my favorite day. Here is where I step into being my own leader. This is where I feel I fit in because of my outlook on what it means to me and my space of thinking that I'm really not worried if you disagree with me. It's okay. I'm not worried if you send me an email saying, Karen, what the heck are you talking about? Are you crazy, woman? It's okay. When you feel strong within yourself and when you feel you have something that you wish to communicate and you are in that space of kindness and not having a personal agenda, just being present, it is amazing what can unfold for you. Maybe you too might wish to have a show on the Inspired Choices Network. I highly recommend it. It's a great place to hang out. So on that note, we are going to go to our first break. Thank you so much for being here. Don't go away. There's so much more to unpack about fitting in versus right place. All right, we'll be right back, everyone. Thanks.
We all have different experiences with and definitions of kindness. These experiences and beliefs about kindness have influenced who we are today and how we see the world. The universe is always listening. So what are you telling the universe today? Tune in to Cultivating Kindness with Karen each week as Karen guides you to understanding how each choice you are making is either keeping you stuck or opening up the energy of empowerment for you. Listen to Cultivating Kindness with Karen, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is Cultivating Kindness with Karen. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Karen@KarenLeslie.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, so fitting in versus right place. So I think we've talked enough at the moment, anyways, about fitting in. So let's look at right place. What does that mean to you? What is a right place? Where is your right place? And how will you know? They may sound like silly questions, but they're actually really important ones. When you start to think about where you wish to belong or where you think you belong, it brings up so many old belief patterns and so many judgments. You can be looking at it from the perspective of, okay, this has just been trash, don't like it, life has been really difficult. And so you are looking to move away, run away, go to something far away. Or you could be looking at saying, I've just tried so many things. I've been so many places. I've talked to so many people. I've joined so many groups. I've lived in so many cities. or countries. And I can't find the right place. You need to be clear on what it is you're looking for and understand what is behind what it is you are looking for. Are you running? Are you running away? Are you running towards something? And check in on if you have this need to belong somewhere and what that means to you. Now, I'm not saying none of us should have friends or communities or anything. The exact opposite is true. It is important to all of us. Humans like to be in communities. We don't like to be isolated. We require friendships and relationships and people around us. How we look at that, though, will really influence what you bring around you or where you step into. Knowing who you are and what works for you, stepping into that leadership role for yourself will make the process so much easier. Understanding what that right place is for you. And I know you can do some really cool things. Like you can get information from human design. You could get information through astrology. I think the word might be astrotography. I'm not quite sure, but they will look at your chart and tell you what cities are actually a great fit, somewhere that would be really wonderful for you to live. And you can do all that. You can gather this type of information. But I am going to say, still be present within yourself and be that leader for you. And don't just take someone else's word for it. Often, we will look for the right place to be based on somebody else's opinion. Oh, I love it here. This is so great. Come here. So you do. And you're thinking, oh, yeah, it's okay. Or maybe great for a bit. And then the shininess of it wears off. And then you're like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't what I want. And that's okay. It's 100% okay. Remember that energy of kindness? Be kind to you as you check things out. Some of them are going to not work, and it's going to just be data, information that you are collecting to help you in your own personal healing and to help you in identifying with greater clarity what it is you wish. It's all data. It really is. There's nothing wrong with any of it, even if it turns out to be really uncomfortable, a bad experience. It's still data. And yes, you may have more healing to do as a result, and you can do that. You can absolutely do that. And then you use that healing to help you not land in that same situation again. Have a look. So if you have been running from place to place or group to group, even if you stayed in the same city for your whole life, and you still have, as an adult, that sense of, fitting in, that need for that, or where would you like to be, then take a pen and paper. Either start now and work backwards or go back to when you were younger and move towards today's date and write down the different places that you had tried to fit in when you were looking for that right place, and see what information is there for you. What's the commonality? What's the common factor in all of this as to why it didn't work out for you? Now, right off the bat, you are the common factor, the common denominator, but there'll be other things as well. And when you can bring these together, it will be great information for you. It will help you to understand a little more clearly what this right place is for you. And it's important that the right place comes based on your criteria and your knowing of you and the leadership you are being for yourself, not based on others. I've been joining a number of networking groups since I came to London, Ontario. And some have been awesome. I love some. I keep going back. And some were like, they were fine. The people were lovely. None of them were a bad experience. None. But some of them just didn't have that energy of what I knew I was looking for. So it was okay for me to not continue to go. But there was a time where I would have kept going because I would have been afraid to not go. I would have been afraid of the judgment or the criticism from people for not showing up. That is not being the leader of Karen. That is being at the effect and the desires of other people. And if I'm doing that, I will not find that right place for me. It will be the right place for them. They may wish me to be there. They may truly like me. They may feel I could be a real contribution to the group. And I could feel too that I will be a contribution to the group. But that doesn't mean I need to be there. Think about these situations. Think about this a bit for yourself and see, where do you land in it all? To find your right place, you need to understand, okay, so who's defining it or what is defining it? And if it's not you in your own clarity, your own heart center, then you've got some work to do. That's all. It's simple. You just need to keep looking at this. Maybe hiring someone to work with and reframing things and looking at it from a different perspective. You know, allow yourself to take off the rose-colored glasses. Allow yourself to let go of past stories as to what you believed you wanted and create that new way of thinking and that new way of looking at your surroundings and the people in your surroundings. As you grow and as you learn more about you and as you heal, things will change. They're supposed to change. It's a good thing for things to change. And all of this planetary stuff that's going on right now and is going to be happening through the month of August can bring you so many opportunities for this change. Sudden changes, transformations, and growth. There's going to be things that are going to have to be let go of. So you can choose to let go. Some may just be taken away. Neither is right or wrong, right? Everything's meaningless until you give it meaning. So keep checking in on it. How are you looking at this? What meaning are you giving it to? What is your personal agenda here? What is your personal belief that is keeping you in this set way of thinking? It's really going to be helpful in coming out of this desire to fit in and find that right place. Because in truth, the right place is right here, right now. It always is. We can end the show, but I'm not going to. It's okay. We are in the right place right now. And you may think, okay, Karen, you are absolutely bonkers because right now things are really difficult. But every choice you've made to date has you where you are right now. And going into that victim way of thinking will not allow you to be the leader of you. Blaming others, judging others, having everything be someone else's fault, and you not taking 100% responsibility for your role, even if it's small, tiny piece of the pie, you still have to take 100% for it. Or you may have a massive part in it. Cool, 100% of all of it. When you can do that, you are going to be in the right place every time because you are being the leader of you. And you are not going to be seeking based on fears or anxiety or past judgments or opinions based on what other people think is a good place for you, is the right place, or here you'll fit in. I know you've had trouble. here you'll fit in. You need to be the one to choose this. It's really important. You being that energy for you and allowing yourself to have this different perspective of what's going on around you will open up so many opportunities and possibilities for you. If you maintain the same way of looking at things and you maintain that same thought process, you are going to maintain the life you have right now. Remember, you're the common denominator. And I know that sounds harsh. And that took me a long time to accept because I didn't want to be the common denominator, even though I couldn't argue with it. But I didn't want that responsibility. As I said, for decades, I wanted to fit in and be invisible. By being invisible, then that would make it the right place for me because it would be safe. Was I being my own leader? No. I didn't even know that was a possibility. That wasn't even in my thought process back then. I handed over trust and leadership to any person around me who was willing to take that role. And I had a lot of people in my life that were very happy to take that role for me. And that wasn't a wrong. That was the energy I was being. And they were looking to help. It didn't really lead me to who I was choosing to be or who I would like to be in that future, in those dreams. And it was why I had so much trouble seeing, well, who could Karen actually be? And here I am. So different. So different. And stepping more and more into being my own leader. Give that some thought. We're going to go for another break. And when we come back, we're going to carry on this conversation a little bit further. And yes, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is going to be. You're going to have to come back and join us in and find out what it is. But there is so much more to share with you with this whole idea of fitting in versus the right place. So don't go away, everyone. Thank you for being here on Cultivating Kindness with Karen. Please know you can send me an email, karen@karenleslie.ca. And Leslie is spelled Leslie. Oh, and I also want to mention to you, I have a new website. So if you have never been, well, you won't know the difference, and that's cool. And if you have been to my website in the past, I really would love you to go and check it out. It's karenleslie.ca. It's not 100% done yet, but we're so close. And so I'm letting everybody know, and I'd love you to check it out and see. Send me an email. Let me know what you think. I'm super happy with it, and I'm looking forward to it being 100% completed. Will that happen? I gotta know. Not based on anything to do with who's developing the website for me. It's based on me and that I'm constantly changing and wanting to do different things and having different offers for everybody. So that's pretty funny. But what will come on to the website that's not there is like an e-commerce page where I will have some free resources and some other things that you can purchase that will be all ready for you that you can just work with. So that's not quite there yet, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it's beautiful. So check it out. All right. Thanks. Don't go away now. We will be right back after these messages. All right. Thanks, everybody.
We all have different experiences with and definitions of kindness. These experiences and beliefs about kindness have influenced who we are today and how we see the world. The universe is always listening. So what are you telling the universe today? Tune in to Cultivating Kindness with Karen each week as Karen guides you to understanding how each choice you are making is either keeping you stuck or opening up the energy of empowerment for you. Listen to Cultivating Kindness with Karen, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is Cultivating Kindness with Karen. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to karen@karenleslie.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. All right, what I want to get into quite quickly, because I don't want to leave this part out, is when we're looking to fit in or we're looking for that right place to be. One of the ways that you can tell if you are getting closer to what that is for you is how you feel when you leave that environment or when you leave being with that person or those people. If you leave the space and you are feeling happy, energized, like just, that was so nice. It was great being there with them. We should do this again. Not people-pleasing reason to do it again, but you really want to do it again. Great. Acknowledge that, see it, know how that feels in your body, because that's awesome. Now, the flip side, could you feel drained? Do you feel a little down? Do you feel like your energy's just been kind of sucked out of you? You know? Good information. It's not bad. It's not wrong. It's good information for you. And that's telling you, okay, this was not the right place for you. And this would be somewhere where I would hope that you would not choose to make yourself fit in. You know, you can choose to fit in when you feel like that by just putting up with it. Or you can be looking, okay, so what can I change in me? Like what aspects of me or my personality or whatever can I just cut off, put over in a closet and not let anyone see? Will that make me feel better while I'm there? Might. But if you're not there 100% of you, then it's still going to be draining and energy pulling in the long run. Even if it's not in that moment, it will change. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you want that place to be something that supports you, empowers you, makes you feel good. And you can do the same thing, you have that same energy and that kindness back to those who are there with you. If you are or have been, you know, a really strong people pleaser, then you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be running around doing everything and being that person. And then at the end of the day, or even just after you have run all the errands for somebody in your home, you're tired. And you're questioning and you're thinking, oh, I need to get to the gym more. I've got to build my vitality. I really need to eat better because I'm really feeling sluggish. Well, sure, those are always great things, but is it because you are in a space that is not designed to be healthy and supportive of you? Years ago, many years ago, at one of the churches I was involved in, I was very, very involved in their prayer group, their support group for prayer. And every year we would hold a week of guided prayer. And so with a little bit of encouragement with some people, I chose to be a prayer partner. And we were paired up with people that the church did. I didn't have anything to do with who I was going to be working with. And we met on a daily basis. And anyways, it's a cool experience. I found out at the end of it that one of the people I was working with, she shared with me, I was really disappointed I got paired with you. And I'm like, oh no, like I felt awful. And But then she went on to say, but it's okay because I see you differently now. She said, I didn't want to be paired with you because you were very withdrawn and you were cold and you just seemed very aloof. And she thought, I'm not going to get the support that I am looking for if I'm paired with Karen. And I was like, wow. Now she said at the end, okay, I totally had it wrong. You are all of those things that I required. And my experience with you was fabulous. And she was grateful and thanked me. And I felt better, but I understood what she was saying. I totally understood it. Because if you want to belong, fit in, and you are not being yourself, then you really have no control over how others are going to perceive you. It's none of your business, really. Your business, your job is to be you. And if people are seeing you that way, then that's really good information for you. Oh, I've got a comment here. Yeah, I totally give that impression a lot of times. I think a lot of us do. And had this woman not shared this with me, who knows how long it would have continued. I was very grateful, even though I was a little hurt initially, like in those first few sentences, but I got it. And it was showing me where I was cutting off parts of myself and not allowing me to be who I naturally am. Like Cultivating Kindness with Karen, this show title is very reflective of me. I am a really kind person. And the energy of kindness is really important to me. But I was obviously not allowing that to be seen or felt by this group of people. And it was great information, great data. That's all it was. No judgment, just what would I like to do with this? Would I like to change it? My answer was, yes. I don't wish to be seen that way. It helped me recognize that the choices I was making were keeping me stuck. And the energy I was being and my actions that I was taking were aligning me into a specific way of showing up. And if I wanted to show up differently, then I needed to do some homework. I needed to change some things. I had to stop cutting parts of myself off and allow myself to show up however I will be in that moment, remembering that space of kindness, remembering that space of my personal responsibility for my own actions and thoughts, and remembering that I wish to be that energy of kindness for anyone who would like to receive it. When you have a definite purpose like that, and you develop that for yourself, and I mean, I read mine every day. I have my definite chief aim, and I read it out loud to myself every day as a reminder of who I am choosing to work towards being. It's a reminder when I come to the show on Wednesdays of who I wish to be here in this moment for you and for me. I'm not showing up just for you and putting on airs, bringing aspects of myself that aren't me or cutting parts of me off. That will never equate itself, in my opinion, to a successful show. I won't see it as successful. Being your own leader means you need to listen to that inner voice, and boy, oh boy, can it speak quietly. So you need hush. You need to go within. You have a strong and resilient voice within you, so listen within. What is it saying? What is the clarity that you can gain for where you would like to be? What is that community for you? And it can be very subtle. So give it time, give it space, and be patient. You'll try some things and some will work and some won't. That's okay. It's just information. When you choose into leadership for self, you are filling up your own cup. You are being mindful of your own physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. You know the importance of keeping all of that in its peak performance. Will we falter? Yes. Just information. And your emotions are going to let you know that. You're going to go into an emotion that isn't as pleasant and fun and joyful. And it's just like a GPS. Your emotions are a GPS, and it just shows you where you've geared off track. That's all. Pause, look at it, gain some information, do your data collection, and then make a different choice. Right? Our third and final break is here with us already. So don't go away. Our next segment, as you know, is pretty short. So I will do my best to wrap all of this up for you and help you really understand fitting in versus right place, how it truly is based on your judgments, your beliefs, and your patterns. And are they ones you've developed, or are they ones that you've just taken on from other people that you've bought to be real and true? And have you still seeking as to what it is you would like and where you would like to be? Give that a little thought. It's a short break, so you're not going to have long. And I will be back here with you on the other side, and we'll wrap all of this up. All right. Thanks, everybody.
We all have different experiences with and definitions of kindness. These experiences and beliefs about kindness have influenced who we are today and how we see the world. The universe is always listening. So what are you telling the universe today? Tune in to Cultivating Kindness with Karen each week as Karen guides you to understanding how each choice you are making is either keeping you stuck or opening up the energy of empowerment for you. Listen to Cultivating Kindness with Karen, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. This is Cultivating Kindness with Karen. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Karen@KarenLeslie.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back. So, as you progress through understanding what fitting in means for you and what right place means for you, you're going to grow and change, and the process is going to get easier and easier and easier. It will. Trust me, it will. You may need support. You may need someone to work with, and that's okay. Let your pride be put to the side and find someone to work with that has that energy that feels comfortable for you to work with, that you feel that you are being heard, that you feel you can trust them. And those are big words when you are been in that space of feeling like you can't fit in, you don't fit in, there is no right place for you. But trust me, it can completely turn around. And as you do the work, it gets easier, as I said. Your barriers actually start to drop. This need to have these walls around you, that lessens. Because, right, those walls keep others from coming in, and they keep you from being able to connect out. They're not a win. They are not. By being that energy of leadership for yourself, you will automatically give that energetic presence. Some people may test it. How you respond will then give them information as to whether they're going to try and test it again or whether they're going to respect. Your fears start to drop. Your insecurities, they just kind of drift away. Your doubts become less and less. They start by being less intimidating. Because sometimes, right, when we have a doubt, like it's just like, oh my God, and it's so strong and it just stops us. But they become less intimidating, and you know you can work with them, and you know that you can look underneath the doubt and understand why it's in place, and then you can change it. You know, your image of yourself will change. It will rise. Your confidence, it starts to show. You feel it. It's amazing when you stop looking to fit in and seeking that right place. Now, that right place for you is where you are in this moment. It truly is. And what way of looking at this do you need to come to for that to be your truth? There is so much there for you, waiting for you, that you will miss out on if you are always trying to fit in. And when you find that space that feels great and you feeling supported and energetically tuned in and comfortable, and everything in you is saying yes, don't have the expectation, please, of that not changing. That right spot for you may not be the right spot for you in 6 weeks or in 12 years or whatever it might be. When it starts to shift, do your homework, check in. Is something need to change within you to make that place of being back where it's that contribution and that kindness again? Or is it time to change? Be that space of non-judgment. Be that space of being willing to look for the truth to benefit you, to add to your ability to be that leader for yourself. This whole idea of fitting in, it comes from young children. They're told to fit in, play nice, don't do this, do that. So we all have it. Every single one of us has it. And to what degree you're still carrying it is going to depend on you and your experiences, your level of education or openness to looking at things from a different perspective. And if this is the first time you've run into me and this is all like, oh my God, what is she talking about? Then awesome. I'm so glad you found me. I'm so glad you found me. And I hope that I'm helping you see that there is always a different way to look at things. And just because it's been something that we've looked at in the same way for decades doesn't mean it's correct. We always have another choice. Being connected to your body, understanding your body, being who you are, who you truly are. That miracle that's in you, let it out. It may be a little uncomfortable, but let it out. Before I forget, next week's show is called Gratitude Destroys Anger. It's going to be potent. It really will. So if you struggle with anger or find that there's little in your life that you really feel grateful for, please join us and share the show with others who you think might really receive benefit from this. Gratitude Destroys Anger. It means so much to me when you do like and comment and share my show, wherever you find it, whether it's the Inspired Choices Network or it's Spotify or Apple, Audible. I mean, I'm everywhere. But I do appreciate when you share and like and get the show out there for more people. I'm in deep gratitude to you for that. So thank you so much. Spend a little time. Who would you like to be? Spend a little time knowing what you desire and how you would like to get there. Allow yourself to see what you've been hiding and then have the courage to bring that forward for you. You can do it.
Thank you for listening to Cultivating Kindness with Karen. Karen Leslie returns Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can find Karen at KarenLeslie.ca and follow her on social media. Until next Wednesday, Karen is sending you waves of kindness for a fabulous week. Remember, it's only you who has the power to be and receive the kindness required to change your life.